Hello everybody, Skyrain here, back again with another Diablo Immortal video. We're gonna make this one as fast as possible here. I usually do like a side-by-side comparison of when it comes to these kind of things, and I'd really like to, and I'll try to make it as fast as I can. What I am currently running with and what I am wearing is two of the new pieces because they synergize pretty well with each other. The Cascade chest piece, which gives you Meteor, also increases your critical hit chance by 9.5% for 3 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. And the Apocalypse Root, which reminds me of old OG Diablo game when you cast it, because it's got a little mushroom cloud effect that is literally the Apocalypse spell in the first game, which I didn't make that correlation until once I saw it in action. I'm like, oh my god, did they really go that route? If they did, that's pretty cool. That's a little nod to the original game, but if not, then it's just coincidence. Anyway, legendary FX here, or essence here, Eruption. Meteor now causes the ground to erupt, damaging and burning enemies in a targeted area. Okay, so now we're gonna look at that on the skill bar here, because with all the changes to it, don't really pay attention to this. This is the original. This is what it does now. So dealing that, my resonance and my mastery points here is what you're going to see the damage wise. Burning enemies for an additional 900 over 2 seconds, stacking up to a maximum of 3 times. And you get 3 charges with it. It has charges. Why? Because it's an instant cast, which is very nice, because there's no delay, there's no giveaway of where you're placing it either, which is another thing I like about it. It doesn't have that telltale radius showing like, oh, don't step here kind of thing. You just cast it, but you have to be a lot more accurate with it. So keep that in mind as well. And then the rest of these are modifiers from the various pieces of gear. Meteor damage right there, increased from the actual piece itself. Casting Meteor damage is increased 19% for 3 seconds. That's the shoulder piece I have on currently. And the chest piece is doing the critical hit chance increases by 9.5% each time. So it stacks up to 3 times. And we have 3 charges on that. Coincidence? Not really. I think that was done and that was intended. So they're intended to really go together, and they go together pretty well. And then my charm is 2%, so that's whatever. So anyway, let's just go ahead and show it in action here. I still have the slow time helmet on, the one that does the increased damage on the dots and such. I'm going to just run with all my gems. It's not really big a deal. We're just going to see this in action. We're going to do a quick comparison as fast as I can here. Next, I am also wearing 4 pieces of Grace and 4-piece Augment, the burn set. So here we go. We're just going to do 1 cast here. 1 charge only of each. 1 charge of Arcane Wind, Slow Time, and the 1 charge of this Meteor skill. There it was. And the Starfire came down at the same time. So, and the burn is what procced the firestorm to happen ever so briefly there. Oh, that's even less than before. Interesting. All right, so there's that. Here's the breakdown. See what's what here. Legendary gems, of course, large majority of the damage. Miscellaneous, pretty much the same thing almost, except that's I'm running with Ranger Paragon, by the way. Ancestral properties, curse gear, blah blah blah, which I don't have any curse gear on. That would add to it anyway. So okay, so that's the breakdown. Now we're gonna make a quick swap.
Caution is often wise.
Not there. No, not there. We're just changing the pants. We're gonna put on the old ones. I don't have the new Starcall Breachers. Okay, here we go. I don't have the new offhand, which would increase firestorm damage, or else I'd be doing that right now and knocking them all out together for some beautiful damage, but I don't have it yet. It's the last piece that I need, and it's driving me crazy. But anyway, all right, so we're gonna reset this, move that out of the way for right now. We're gonna do 1 cast again per, and see what this one does in comparison. That's the only change I made, was the pants. So here we go. Now that stays longer, has a larger radius, and it seemed to have done a little bit better overall. which, say what you want about it. However, you have to take into consideration, let's see, how long is the cool? 9-second cooldown on this one. The other one had a 6-second cooldown, and you have 3 charges on it, so you can amp it up. We're not going to do that just yet. Let's show the breakdown here real quick. There it is. The miscellaneous is lower this time, which is interesting. This kind of fluctuates, and it also fluctuates based on your critical hits. I've noticed a lot. So that's what the chess piece comes into play. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and burn both stacks of Arcane Wind that I have and the 1 cast of Meteor Shower here and see what it gives us on this turn again. Here we go. There's that. The double stack of Arcane Wind might not have really helped out all that much more, to be honest. I could have waited until and it finally came off a cooldown. Okay. So there's that. So we got the 5.5 million just by burning both Arcane Wind stacks. And same thing again. Miscellaneous is higher this time. And Arcane Wind, of course, did more damage because I did it twice. Alright, so 5.5 and this stuff. Okay. So now we're going to go back and switch.
Caution is often
Doing that. I'm just changing the pants back out again to what I had on previously. Put the Apocalypse Root back on. And now we're going to burn through all the stacks. All 3 charges and both charges of Arcane Wind in this test. So reset that one. Here we go. Should be long enough for Starfire to be back again and all the other gems to reproc. So here we go. Probably should have spread them out a little bit faster instead of fast spam. But there we go. Okay, all the burning and everything's done. 7.7 or 7.1 million. Spammed rather quickly, rather, very fast. Miscellaneous definitely kicked up on that one. Legendary gems, not as much. Meteor kicked up a bit more because there was 3 charges used, and it almost matched up with the Arcane Wind. However, Arcane Wind still did more, which is crazy. And that would be even higher if I would have that new offhand, by the way, but I don't yet. And it's like I said, again, it's driving me nuts because I really want that one. So there we go. Now, we'll just use the Meteor Shower, or the Meteor, yeah, right there again. It's very fast. Again, like I said, it's very instant. You don't have to, target anything. But, dude, no. Not here for this. There we go. Very quick, fairly decent radius. You probably want to stagger them a little bit so you get, because you have 3 seconds in between for the crits. However, if you want to stack it to the highest, of course, you do want to do the first 2 pretty fast and maybe stagger the 3rd charge so that way you're not waiting so long for it to come off a cooldown to where you can at least pull another one off again. But yeah, I also have the new helmet, which we could try using, but I don't want to make this go any longer than it already has. I might do that in a separate video once I start to get a proper build of this all put together with all the pieces that I would like to use in another video later on. But anyway, there you go. That's kind of a breakdown, solid breakdown, I hopefully believe here. Between the 2 comparisons, I mean, granted, that's an older piece, and then you can also do the ice, but the ice, obviously, the frozen Wellspring Pants, it's gonna proc Firestorm. It still procs Firestorm, just because Arcane Wind combo. It will still do that, but you're not gonna get the burn. You're gonna get, that's more for CC. So anyway, there you go. Hopefully that was very helpful in kind of showcasing this a little bit if you haven't seen it already yourselves. Sorry it took me a while to get this one out. I've been kind of re-recording a bunch of these, and yeah. So not to ramble on, let's go ahead and cut this now. Thank you very much for watching and staying all the way to the end. I appreciate you as always. Do the YouTube things, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff for the algorithm to continue to support the channel. I do appreciate that very much so, and continue to do so. Thank you very much. And as always, stay safe out there in the real world on fire. Take care of yourselves as best you can, one day at a time, because that's all we can do. Until next time, see ya.